liquid refreshments. The Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UCF Knights, taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So West Virginia's offense will go to work first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible. Just let him go to work.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Off the play fake on first down. Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's fine. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
Great job on the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long, you bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
The Mountaineers are flying down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So UCF's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was singing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll try it again. Got a little space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the back. Across the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Knights! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Makes the catch. It's by. Made a defender miss. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And the Mountaineers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the connection on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mountaineers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the ground, it's Owens. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things you can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
Turning it on! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. The Knights line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
We got to give this offense a lot of credit because they've been really physical. They've been doing a nice job running the football on this drive, getting themselves into this position, third down in the red zone. They've got a 4-point lead. Obviously, a huge third down here, but even if they don't get it, they can kick the field goal, make this a 7-point game. Obviously, they're thinking touchdown, try to make this a 2-possession game.
The Knights will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on second and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky.
Well, the punter wasn't able to get a lot of leg on that one, and it gave him a chance to field it, and then he found his lane, he put his foot in the ground, and it was off to the races. A huge momentum-shifting play on special teams for that touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over New Mexico State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
And how about that one? Devin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4 downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Melton. Oh, he got loose. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Knights with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down in the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They'll try the run. Oh, he's got a chance. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Really good job by this offense, understanding where the sticks are. It's 3rd down and short. The QB makes the pitch, good, accurate pitch, and then he does the rest. Gets north-south and gets the first down.
Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Fires to the right. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing forward. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Lofts one high and deep. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. Touchdown, Knights! And they turn it into a defensive score. They've extended the lead and taken control. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line.
Easy.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the back. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Knights are on the move. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Owens. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and